What's up, y'all? I'm Sheila J, and welcome to the Divadish. This episode is all about the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're in episode 5, season 6. I did miss episodes 3 and 4. Didn't miss watching them, but did miss reviewing them. So let's do a quick recap. So Karen basically still hates Giselle. Robin and Giselle are still thick as thieves. Robin and Giselle are trying to get to know Mia. Mia, Karen, and Wendy have some strange alliance now. Mia's still going through her thing with her mother and trying to do this work-life balance thing. Ashley dropped the baby. Wendy's trying to start this new home line, still trying to figure out how her new body and everything fits in her professional life. Let's jump into it. But before we do, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you can be notified when I release a new video, and let's get into this episode. So yeah, oh my God. Ashley and Michael have their little baby boy, Dylan. So cute. They showed these pictures of Dylan playing with his big brother, Dean. Michael sitting there looking like granddad, sitting there looking like the old man in the shoe. Child. So the next scene, Mia and the family are going to the park for a picnic. Child, everybody dressed alike. They looking real Hampton-y, real cute. But baby, this little Joy with her purse and her shades and all her little baubles and bits on, child, then bail. Mia just gliding, walking. Girl, you got a little one. You'll be walking in front of that baby. So you walking with the baby. Poor old shady ass was like, you want to hold mommy's hand? So they're talking about this heavy crap at this picnic, but I guess they're filming, so I get it. But she's talking about Grandma Sissy, who was her mom, impending visit coming, trying to explain it to the kids. The kids looking like, okay, when I see her, if I like her, we're good, okay? So she was like, yeah, you know, my mom, Grandma Sissy, she's just come and go and come and go. She just doesn't have that mother instinct. You might be missing a few too, walking in front of that baby like that, and the baby fall off that curb. I'm just saying. Child, Gordon sitting there drinking his port wine and eating his strawberry. Gordon, how you doing? So then it gets to the meat of it. Grandma Sissy was supposed to be meeting them at the park. Didn't come. So that's why she goes into this long soliloquy or monologue, since she had an audience, about her, you know, having all these issues. And Gordon is like, why didn't you come? It might be like a Greg and Nene type thing. Remember that man came and said he was Nene's daddy and Greg didn't want no parts of it. I feel like that's how Gordon is with Mia. Yeah, it's tense. It's tough too. That's a heavy thing when you're talking about parent, you know, you got your children. Tough. Mia is giving me very Michael Jackson teach. This look, you're a little overdone. I don't know if you did it for the show or that's just your regular MO. And I get getting stuff done, you know, to enhance. So not against it, but just look at the picture. So then they talk about her dad. Now, mind you, the reason she got put into foster care was because her dad and his girlfriend were arguing, and Mia came downstairs and he tossed her into a glass table, cutting up her body, sending her to school the next day, and her friend saw blood coming through her shirt. DCS came right away. She's been through a lot. So it's okay, you look like Michael Jackson, but you have, I guess I might look like somebody else too. Moving on. All right, so because of this next scene, Giselle comes to see Ashley. She comes to see Deanie Boo, and yeah, they have a really cute little scene. So they're talking about the baby, and you know, she's asking her how her asshole is, because you know she had some issues last time, child, but I think she was fine this time. Didn't have to have the whole episiotomy thing. Then she brings up this trip, child. They're going to Williamsburg. You know, Candace is fancy, honey, and her grandparents own some property up there, which I love. I mean, let's jump back to Ashley when you were talking about, you know, Candace living in her mama's house. This is how wealth goes, familial wealth. You know what I mean? You take care of family. I get it. You didn't come from that kind of background. Not hating. I'm just saying that it was okay for her to be in her mama's house. Okay? Moving on. So then Giselle's also feeling Candace child. Giselle's also feeling Ashley in on this pajama jam party and how Mia and Wendy got into it. You know, Wendy doing her thing, child. You know, she walks around with a sandbox for her to stand on it anytime, and now she got this new ass divadish child. Moving on. Then it cut to confessional. They were like, why didn't you invite Ashley on the trip? She just had a baby 2 seconds ago. Stop. And I don't like it. Moving on. So then Giselle being Giselle, this is when I get to being like, I like you, but you're doing too much. She's like, well, I'm inviting you. That's not your place. Look at my man. It's a show. moving on. And then she's like looking at the baby like, I just had this baby 3 minutes ago. And she's like, well, maybe you can come for a day. She's like, maybe a day. Don't. So baby, she flashes back to the pajama party and she was like, she gets talking about Mia to Ashley child. She's like, you know, Mia came and snuck her way over to me and was like, Giselle, can we start over? And baby Robin was passing behind her. You see picture? Green eyed bandits. They like, sure. So she's like, all right, you know, me and Robin said we go out with a child and see what's shaking. And Ash like, well, what do you hope you can get out of it? Some more mess. Hopefully she says something about Karen so I can be shady as hell to her ass in Williamsburg. You know how this goes. Moving on. Of course, Giselle doing what she does. I need to know how you went from dancing in a strip club in Annapolis, Maryland to married to Gordon and owning all these joint chiropractor services. What do you think? He was in a strip club. So then she gets to talking about Dr. Wendy, Thoughty Wendy, Dr. Thought, paging Dr. Thought. Put some clothes on, please. She talking about Wendy coming in with pretty much nothing on. I guess that's her new thing. Now she had to see new titties, new ass. Please put some clothes on. Moving on. Ashley said, I mean, when we met her, she was like this professor, but now she's like Miss Wendy get nasty. Pretty much. You are. Then Giselle comes with that napalm child. All about the tea. Wendy Osefo's husband. Infamous cheating scandal. I'm waiting for it. I was anyway. Waiting for this good old tea. So yeah, supposedly Eddie is messing with one of them number ones, child. At work. All right, so this next scene opens up. We got Giselle Robin coming to the restaurant to meet Mia. Child, Mia comes up in a full gold lame, pewter lame, fancy, too fancy for lunch dress, and a full-length faux fur coat over her shoulders, Kim Kardashian style, like she's one of our main child, strutting in with her COVID clear mask on, doing the most. She sits down, and you can see Robin and Giselle's fangs come out, child. Claws. They're ready to pound phone because you know the jammy child, she's acting fool. Clowning everybody, saying how many businesses do you have, you know, whatever. But as a side note, I'm pretty sure that's probably stemming from her insecurities. She did grow up in the foster system. And I know a lot of times when you're in situations like that, if you don't run into the right people, you can develop really, you know, low levels of self-esteem, issues with self-worth. I mean, it's hard enough if you grow up with your real parents, if they act a fool, you know what I'm saying? Let alone some foster parents or moving house to house, whatever. So anyway, all right, so Mia gets there, and of course, Robin and Giselle, they clowning already because, like I told you, child, it's the middle of the day, probably on a Tuesday, and she got on a full-length fur coat and a stretch lame dress, okay? Fully beat. Looking a little beat up, moving on. So she sits down and she's talking to the ladies, and Giselle is like, girl, we just really wanted to, you know, get to know you, get Mia, clean slate Mia. Can we get the real Mia to please stand up? And Mia's like, I get it. And Robin was like, you know, when we asked you to lunch, your reply text was a little snappy. And it was. Because she was like, unless this has anything to do with business, I'm good. And of course, that was from Karen put the battery in her back. You know what I'm saying? She wants to keep her as an ally because she knows that Giselle, you know, she knows that Giselle and Robin are, you know, they come for Karen. So she sits down, they get to chatting, and Mia did a straight politicking move, baby. She was like, she could smell it, okay? She was like, I grew up in the foster system. Disarm me immediately. Giselle, yeah, lady, people go through things. She was like, yeah, I was in the foster system. You know, basically, my dad, who she adores, but clearly hurt her shoes, was fighting with his girlfriend. She came downstairs and her dad, I guess in a fit of rage with the girlfriend, threw his child through a television. So she got to school the next day, blood is coming through her clothes, and a friend was like, this ain't cool. So DCS came and she was like, when you're that age, you just want to go home, no matter how dysfunctional it is. You don't want to be at some stranger's house fighting over bunk beds with other foster kids. It's heavy. I had no idea, but look at you now. I got to give Giselle a look. And she looked okay. She's wearing a lot of olive green. She has this olive green jumpsuit. She has on an olive green outfit earlier, but I guess it is winter there, but I got on coats. But okay. I mean, you got green eyes, girl. I wear some jewel colors. But anyway. So, Giselle and them were like, oh my God, I had no idea you went through that, but look at you now. You look amazing. You're doing amazing. You have an amazing family. And she was like, yeah, my dad, actually, her dad died of AIDS. Whew, Mia, bless her heart. And of course, Robin chimed in, but it was true. She just get on my nerves. I don't know why. But she chimed in, child, and was like, Juan's parents died from heroin use, and they died from AIDS. Ooh, that heroin up there, child, crunk. Guess The Wire, The Corner, all them shows was right. Anyway, so Giselle buttoned off her confessional with the fact she was like, Mia's a bad bitch. She survived all of that. She's still trying to, reconcile her relationship with her mother, which is big of her because she doesn't have to. And so then Giselle goes back to Pettyland and she's like, we like this Mia. We love, and I can speak for Robin as you always do, we love this Mia. We don't like the other Mia. The Mia talking about how many businesses you got, blah, 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 blah. And Mia just kind of kiki. She really didn't say much. You gotta watch people, myself included, who go from like happy, depressed kinda, and then like a quiet. Because she does that. She does that later on. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so, okay, the lunch concludes. It was cute. Moving on. So then, child, Karen is on the phone with cousin David talking about her Siri ambassador swearing in. Karen, good for you, darling. I guess you got to take your W's where you can, but we're over it. Moving on. So then it cuts to everybody packing, getting ready for Williamsburg. Giselle's talking about how boring Williamsburg is because she was like, I went to Hampton University. Giselle was so cute. They showed pictures of her when she was in college. Cute. I mean, she's beautiful now, but wow, she was young. I guess we all were. Anyway, so then it cuts to Candace packing and, So everybody's coming to Candace's house because they're riding a party bus to Williamsburg. So Candace is already there, of course. Then Giselle gets there, comes in. Mia gets there, comes in. Child. Wendy Lou gets on the bus, child. No, but first, can we go back? How about these kids are so big? Robin's little boy, huge. Wendy's little girl, the girl looking about 2 feet tall, 18 months. This big little girl. Anyway, even Grace, Adore, and Angel were big girls. We should just really watch these kids grow up. It's cute. Anyway, so everybody gets on the party bus. Then Karen gets there, of course, silence. And Wendy has on this bodysuit, this shrug, and some low-waist jeans, looking like she's straight out of 1997, maybe. And Ascala was there. I like Ascala. I feel like Wendy's a little taste jealous of Ascala. Ascala's husband is in the music industry, and she came on cute. She's African as well, I guess. We all are, kind of. Anyway, she's African from the continent, actually born there, from Ethiopia. Beautiful girl. And of course, Wendy's Nigerian. So, I just feel like there's a little bit of tension there because Wendy just be doing like the extra most. And I guess when you think your husband cheating on you with a white woman at work, and you got this beautiful other African girl who seems really cool, beautiful girl, real mellow, I don't mind her. But Wendy, you're on my nerves. Not that much. Moving on. So they're on the bus. Everybody gets dancing. Wendy again dropping it like it's hot for no apparent reason. You look ridiculous. Then everybody gets on the pole. Child, Mia, Miss Stripper in the ball gown, gets on the pole, drops it like it's hot. Okay. Twirling, grabbing, going back, full swing around. Yeah, she was doing the most. It's a lot. To the point everybody was like, she's like, I've never done that before. I've never done pole for money, but I have some friends and I took notes. Man, girl, you was a full stripper, just gonna say, because you went from a bartender at the strip club to a stripper, kinda, to you've never done pole. Girl, it's all right. You told everything else, might as well take this shot. It's okay. You're rich now, married now. He your husband for how many every year? Y'all got children's. Moving on, just stay in front of your little girl. Moving on. So, okay, yeah, they're on the bus. Everybody done dropped it like it's hot, dropped it like it's hot, front pedaling, pussy popping, child. Just talking about these rooms. So, you know, that's always a moment of contention on any housewife show. This is no different. Candace was like, so in the big house, pretty much, it'll be me, Giselle, Robin, and Mia. Then in the cottage, it will be Wendy, Karen, and Escala, since Karen and Wendy are forging this relationship. Still got both eyes open on that. Wendy, I hope you do too, but I know you do, girl. Anyway, moving on. So we get to Williamsburg. It is beautiful. I can't remember if Candace said her family owned this property, but I think she did. And Obama stayed there when he was there. She used to work for Obama. That was Candace. And yeah, the ladies are like, you know, we underestimated it. This is absolutely gorgeous, which it was. So yeah, so then everybody, you know, grabs lunch. Everybody's sitting down and Giselle starts with the mess. She's like, aren't there some apologies out here? Karen was like, are you talking to me? And Giselle was like, yeah. I am, as a matter of fact. And Escala chimed in before Giselle was like, yeah, was like, who needs to apologize for what? All right, now, I like you. Just keep it cute. You ain't been here long. You ain't been here long enough for that, okay? So, Karen is like, I think you owe me an apology. And Giselle was like, why? Because basically the shit you made up about me, having a hot box at Hampton, broke, hoe, none of that's true. Going to Sing Sing, you don't even know what the fuck it is, Karen. If you came with some receipts, you know, maybe I would apologize, but what do I need to apologize for? Y'all know what she brought up, right? Giselle saying that Ray would be in the grave before this fades. Karen, now you know she didn't mean that. Giselle said, I want Ray to live. I want him to pay his bills. Final pearls, they be clutched. So, yeah. And Giselle even went back to the reunion when Karen was spouting all these rumors about Jamal having a baby on her, which is still quite possible, but we didn't know it then. We don't know it now. We don't know. I mean, I would hope he would keep his secret, seeing as how he ain't claiming her and didn't claim it, just clowned her, bless her heart. Okay. So, actually preceding this whole little rift, Giselle and Robin down at the end of the table, being the mean green-eyed girls, were like, we like them 2 bedrooms upstairs better. And Mia had already picked the room, fair and square. Robin screams out, Mia, we want you to move. You gonna move downstairs. Me and Giselle gonna move upstairs. And Giselle says, it's all in love. It's fine. It's pushy. It's bossy. It's out of line. And they would have me fucked up. Mia, I'm just saying. And the way she looked at them, I feel like she had like a mini flashback. She's probably dealt with situations like this being in foster care, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of situations where you have to share a lot of things. So I'm pretty sure, Giselle and Robin, keep playing with me if you want to. She a big girl, not fat, but she's got brawn. Now, Robin might give her a go for her money, but I feel like they go around the block where that wig right off her head, child. Be swimming over there in the ocean. Pull out your eyes, bloop, bloop. Okay? But Mia was like, she paused. that pause. Gotta watch that pause. Because usually behind those pauses are hands. Or some really nasty words that lead to hands. I'm just saying, I called it. I mean, we do see her throw lettuce in Candace's face in another preview. I don't even know what episode it is, child, but... Oh, please don't let her beat up Candace again. Not again, girl, just leave. Just go away. So yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode. Temperatures rising. All right, so yeah, that's the end of this episode. It's pretty good. The Potomac girls, I mean, they really giving us the best tea between New York. I didn't even watch New York, so I really can't get a tea on them, but I wasn't inspired to anyway, so though, there's that. Beverly Hills, snooze. Married to Medicine was good. Married to Medicine Potomac, thank you for bringing us some drama. All right, so again, if you're new to my channel, you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. I do a little bit of everything. And if you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And I will see you guys Sunday night after the next episode. Bye. So it's like, what? My prediction? Somebody gonna say something a little too curt for Mia. She's gonna have a flashback. And it's gonna get nasty. But what makes me mad, not mad, but what's sad is that once again, others are being made the pawns of, at first, because Monique and Candace's thing, Candace was not innocent because she got that mouth, but she was pretty innocent in the fact that Monique was pissed with Sharice and Chris' big boy ass. And Candace just happened to say a little too much. And she got it. And I feel like this season, Mia, and maybe even a little bit of Candace, are being used to wage some kind of sick war between Giselle and Karen. I mean, Giselle already got Robin as an ally, so she ain't worried about that. But Karen, you know, not so many people like her. Candace fell out with her because she was acting a damn fool. Wendy, I feel like, is lying for the purposes of the show because she, you know, Wendy don't really chill with none of them. Yeah, she's too cool for school. And now walking around half naked all the goddamn time. Girl, come put some clothes on, please. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.